Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. How's everyone's weekend been treating them so far? Hopefully good. It feels like it's been 10,000 years since I last streamed. It is not. Hi, Hassan, Adriana, Nina, Amanda, Jazz, Best. Hello, Emily, Super Shar, Casey, Candia. Oh, I lost myself in the chat. Caitlin, hi. Kaylee, you got the mushroom circle today? I'm so jealous. I think I already looked in the shop today. You know what? Let me check just to be sure. Let me endure the years-long loading screen and see what happens. Always right on time. You know it. Listen, one thing about me, I'm going to be punctual. I'm going to be punctual. Hi, Michelle. Your Plains area is waiting for Jasmine and Aladdin. Amazing. Hi, Annalise. Hi, Magister, Maddie. Ruby. Now, tell me, Ruby, is the Telemachus an epic thing? Or not? I just have epic on the brain always. Olivia, hi. Ignis. Do I have my controller plugged in? I think I do. You still haven't gotten the Regal Fountain from Scrooge's. Wait, what's the Regal Fountain? Is there a fountain I don't know about? Oh wait, all the shops? It was in the main shop for you, Amanda? Now who told, or who failed to tell me, rather, that the mushroom circle pops up in the regular shop? Oh, it is, Ruby? Sweet, 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 sweet. I still haven't listened to the last saga. I have this thing where I hate when stuff ends. So I sometimes just refuse to read, I don't know, the last book of things for a long time, or in this case, listen to the last saga of Epic because I don't want it to be over. Am I decorating this stream? Yeah. The fountain came with Storybook Veil. I'll have to look it up. It has been a minute since I looked at the wiki and the furniture that was added with the update. Ooh. Oh, you think it was in the main valley for you? I thought it was just a Storybook Veil thing, the mushroom circle, but it could be wrong. I should probably just check all of the shops just to be safe anyway. Hi, Emily Jane. Hello, hello. Hi, Kitty. I am excited today because we're going to be decorating. Also, I feel like we haven't complained about this enough, so just a heads up, there will be some periodic complaining on my part. It's gonna be like 2 sentences tops, but about the fact that we still don't know when we're getting the next update, you know? I feel like it's probably safe to assume that we're not getting it this week, because we haven't had any teases about it, so it might be the week after, but I feel like we're outside of the realm of possibility of it being this Wednesday. Thanks for streaming and keeping company, of course. I'm happy to be here. So I think today we're going to be decorating the plaza because, as previously mentioned, even though we don't know exactly when Aladdin and Jasmine are going to be here, it will probably be in the next couple of weeks or so. And we've been focusing a lot on Storybook Veil, but I can't have them popping into my game and the first thing they see be in this mess. I simply will not allow it. So we're gonna try to decorate our plaza. Maybe we'll move into the peaceful meadow, but I don't know. Do I have ideas? Not really. Not really, but we'll figure it out, you know? Hi, Owen. Sometimes they drop updates randomly. No, I don't think they've ever done that. I mean, sometimes they tell us the exact day or time really close to the update day, but there's always at least some lead up, always like at least a week of lead up with like star path teases, stuff like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong about this. I don't think we've ever had an update without at least a week of lead up. Okay. Is there anything else I need to do before we start figuring out what's going on? I don't know. pretty much our plaza is going to be another example of no plot, just vibes kind of build, where we're gonna have all of the pillars. I'm gonna try to make them work in this layout, I think, but we might try a couple of them. I kind of like having them around this way. And then I'm thinking about having maybe the partner statue in the center here, some gazebos over in the corner perhaps, and just a cute little walkway ambling garden sort of situation. Remember the day before the update? Yeah, but that was just when they gave us the date of it, but they had been teasing stuff before that. The book glider is part of the Storybook Vale expansion, and you get it from doing the puzzles with the lore keeper. It's the Sorcerer's Apprentice puzzle. I think it's the last one, like if you scroll all the way to the right. Try not to get rid of the Forgotten because of the new star path. I know that's something some people do. I usually get rid of them anyway because I'm not a star path speedrunner. And especially if I'm going to be decorating an area, I'm going to leave them there. But yeah, if you are somebody who tries to finish the star path as quickly as possible, starting to leave your night thorns, splinters of fate, inkies gathering might not be a bad idea. Hi, Yana. Yeah, Super Bowl Sunday. Listen, I'm not a sports girly. Am I going to be watching the game? No. Am I going to be popping in to the living room where my partner is watching the game at halftime to watch Kendrick? Yes, absolutely. But I don't really care about football. I am sometimes a little bit of a hater, so I am unofficially rooting for the Eagles, but just because I don't think it's fair for the I don't think it's fair for the Chiefs to win 3 years in a row. So I gotta root for the Eagles. I hate to say it. And by root for, I mean, if they win, I'll be like, okay. And if they lose, I'll be like, eh. But there's going to be no actual support shown. No actual cheering, none of that. Is the update coming this Wednesday? Probably not, but never say never. They haven't announced the date. Okay, let me consider for a second. The thing is, apart from statue, benches, gazebos, pillars, I don't think we're going to have that much going on in the way of furniture. I might try to set out a path first before we do anything to see what we could come up with. I think path first is going to be the way to go. You're scared for the city of Philly if the Eagles don't win. I'm scared for the city of Philly if the Eagles do win. What do you mean? One thing I definitely have seen, I think in Philly, is the ruckus that people get up to when their team wins anything. No tea, no shade to Philly. I don't have any hate towards Philly. Even though I did used to live in Pittsburgh, and I feel like there's a bit of a Pittsburgh-Philly rivalry, but that's none of my business. The path you can't put under the pillars. I know. I wasn't gonna put it under the pillars. I was just gonna put it, like, around. Okay, let me see. We gotta pull out the handy-dandy rugs so we can hopefully make this even. Enough. You love the grass pattern in the plaza. I haven't seen it in so long. I know. My last plaza build was super paved. This one I'm anticipating will be less so, but there's only one way to find out, and that's to build. Not it's burning down either way for sure. Yeah, unfortunately, I think... Yeah, once they got into the Super Bowl, the fate was sealed. Maybe I can do something like this. Is this going to be wide enough? I do like a wide path. You understand nothing about American football, but you're excited to see what Kendrick does for halftime. Yeah, I'm so excited about the show. I think it's going to be good. My sister reminded me the other day of when we went to... Listen, here's another piece of Tink lore. I've been to Coachella exactly one time. It was a year when Kendrick was one of the headliners. And in a cruel turn of fate... oh, no! This is horrendous. I'm ignoring it. I'm ignoring it. In a cruel turn of fate, he was like, obviously the last performer of the night. We had been there all day, literally all day. I think Lorde performed right before Kendrick, but I can't remember. Coachella is a little bit of a blur. I had been in the hot desert all day from like 9 in the morning. My sister and I got to the one stage where Kendrick would be performing, because most of the performers that we wanted to see were going to be at that stage. And we had been right up at the barricade, right by the stage. After that long of a time, my brain decided it didn't really like me anymore. And I had the worst anxiety attack that I had had up until that point in my life, right after Kendrick's set started, and we had to leave. Rip, rip. Mamatron, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoy the cute Tink emotes and our member streams. We're going to be having one this Friday, and we also have a whole playlist of them that you could check out if you wanted to look at past streams. The ads are your favorite part of the Super Bowl? Yeah, I usually watch them after the fact. I don't usually watch them while the game is going. I am a little bit disappointed because I'm pretty sure John M. Chu confirmed that there's not going to be a Wicked for Good trailer at the Super Bowl, which is a good thing for me because I'm still trying to decide if I even want to watch any of the trailers, and also a bad thing for me because if it were on during the Super Bowl, that would be a great excuse for me to watch one of the trailers, you know? Hi, Anthony. How are you? You're trying to picture me at Coachella. I was alive and thriving. Listen, that was in the height of like my boho era. I literally was living my purpose. I was living my purpose more than I think I ever have and possibly ever will. I feel like this has potential. I know we haven't done a single thing yet, but listen. A little bit of path down. I'm feeling the feelings of a nice build coming along. Yes, I am. You always wanted to go to Coachella, like back in the day when it was cool? I went quite a while ago. That was like maybe, I want to say it was 2017, but I'm not 100% sure. It was right around there. Okay. I feel like I've been going a little hard with the rugs recently, but you gotta understand, it's actually a really good way for me to understand what's going on in terms of the spacing of things, so I probably will not stop. Okay, let me move all of these back. The only thing is that I might not actually have enough space for this. Let's see. You hope Jasmine gets the one outfit in the Star Path that she wears near the end of the film. The one she wears near the end of the film. I'm gonna be, oh, the red one. Yeah, checks out. I do like the red fit. I often, when I think of Jasmine, think of some of her outfits from the sequels. Oh, I need to get rid of that. Specifically, there's a purple one that she wears. I can't remember which movie it's in, but it's like a purple fit. It's really good. Okay, there we go. In Canada, you don't get all the same ads. You have to look them up the next day. I get it. I feel like there are always really good resources for Super Bowl commercial compilations, you know? At least like articles or something that will link a bunch of them. Last Super Bowl was big though, because last Super Bowl we got the Wicked trailer, which was the most important thing to me. We also, though, I'm pretty sure that's when Beyonce dropped 16 Carriages and... Oh, how am I out of this? That's embarrassing. Where did I use this? In Mythopia, maybe?
What a bonny bright day.
Hi, Silka. Went plant shopping today for house plants. That's amazing. I wish I could be a plant mom, but I really don't have a green thumb. It's actually tragic. I had like one of the, I still have it. I hope to use it in the future, but I don't trust my gardening abilities. I had like a hydroponics herb planter. I got it a couple years ago, and I thought I would be living my best life growing my own fresh herbs in my house. It did not work. It did not work. You're sad that there wasn't a post on Twitter today. I wasn't surprised. They don't always post on the weekends. So I wasn't expecting anything. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I think I will bring this all the way this way just for now. Path shape I know is not the most entertaining thing to watch, but especially in builds like this where I don't have the buildings to guide me really, I need to have something giving me structure, and right now it's going to be the path. I feel like this could be good. How long until Aladdin and Jasmine Star Path? It's probably going to be, sorry, let me peek at the calendar. It's probably not going to be this Wednesday, the 12th. I think that would be a big surprise if it ends up being this Wednesday. So it will probably be the 19th. That was my guess kind of to start off with. I think probably the 19th. So like a week and a half, but hopefully this week we'll know for sure. Or at least have a better idea.
Hey, you know what?
He's gonna be too close if they're here. I think it might be fine. Sarah, you've been playing a shameful amount of Sims 2 on your PC. Wait, are you having a great time? Wait, what day is it? Today's the 9th. We haven't been here since the news of the new Sims 4 pack dropped. For my Sims 4 players, what are your thoughts and feelings about the Sims 4 business and hobbies? What we know so far. I'm super curious. I feel like having angled gazebos is a vibe, but I don't know if it's going to be the vibe for this build. I wish it were. I wish it were. Oh, thank you for the sip reminder, Magister. You wonder if they're going to give us different outfits for Aladdin and Jasmine that we'll have to buy with moonstones? I don't know. No. This is not going to work. This might, though. You're so beyond excited for the new Sims pack. Seems like such a good concept. I have to say, when I first saw the trailer, I was a little bit unimpressed. I was a little bit unimpressed initially, mostly because it's called The Sims 4 business and hobbies. Why are there two hobbies? You know what I mean? Like, but that's none of my business. But then I looked at the blog post and the storefront page, and I feel a little bit more excited about it now. I love the idea of having like a live-in business. I've wanted to do that kind of thing with multiple Sims in the past, and we never had a way to do that before. So I'm really excited about having that possibility now. Okay. I think we're starting to find an idea. Do I want gazebos here also? Or do I want fountains here? Or do I want fountains here and gazebos here? If the new expansion works, it'll be awesome, but you're really worried after all the bugs with For Rent. Yeah, because it seems like it's kind of copying a mechanic from For Rent. That mechanic being the room selection and assigning what lot, so to speak, the room is assigned to. Because with For Rent, you can assign the different rooms to be either public or belonging to different units. And with business and hobbies, you can assign the rooms to be like public spaces or residential spaces kind of thing. Hi, Joe. Hello. You want them to put building a car like they had in Sims 2? I've heard of that, but I've never played Sims 2. But I feel like I used to watch a lot of The English Simmer, and I feel like she would talk about that Sims 2 feature where you could build a car. Fountain. Have I decorated the islands? No, I've not done any decorating on any of the islands yet. I've placed some buildings there. I've done some dream snaps there, but I've never done an actual build. This fountain is too giant. Could maybe use these. Fountain tiles are a must. Can I put you? That'll work. MV, hello. Thank you for lurking. I appreciate it. How much is the Sims 4 pack? It's an expansion pack, so I think it's gonna be like 40 US dollars. Is that usually the price of expansion packs? I think it is. It's meant to come out at the beginning of next month. I think that's probably going to be the best option out of the fountains that we have. This one here. Okay. If they ever gave us cars or the burglar in Sims, or it will be an epic release. I saw a lot of people speculating that the pack was going to have something to do with burglars before the trailer dropped, but I know that's something a lot of people talk about. I've never played a Sims game that had burglars because I've only played The Sims 4, so. Okay, let me get rid of... Oh, I like having these gazebos here. But I think I'm going to enjoy having the gazebos in the back more. Let me get rid of these for now. Why do I all of a sudden want a figment topiary? There's no way I'm going to be able to fit that. Mostly because I hate the topiary, because I think it's an odd number of tiles long, or an even number, whichever one's annoying. I think odd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's an odd number of tiles wide. So it makes it a pain to try to actually fit in anywhere. What about hamburglars? The thing about this fountain, though, is that half the time you're looking at Mickey's back. You know what I'm missing? I hate to say it. Someone's gonna get mad at me. I think hedges. Let me put this here. I'm going to mind my own business is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to leave these here for now. And I'm going to get rid of this stuff. And then I'm going to actually start placing the pillars. But also, I'm not going to worry about it right now. What was I doing? Oh, I don't have it here though. That's my fault. I moved my vacuum down here. You knew I was gonna say hedges and did. But here's the thing, with no buildings, I need dimension, and you know what gives dimension like nothing else? A hedge. They're perfect for pretty much any situation. I think I need to move this closer, and that's actually gonna break my heart a little bit. If I move these in one. So the corner of that is with the corner of that. And then I move this in one. I think that's going to make my life a lot better. The Hamburglar scared you growing up? Get your own hamburger and leave me alone. I feel it. The burglar in early Sims games gave you so much anxiety. Oh no. That's not ideal. No, thank you. Okay. But now this is a weird shape, which is why hedges would be perfect. You know what? I'm going for it for now. No, I'm not. Let me mind my own business. I'm instead going to be placing these. When in doubt, place a hedge. Honestly, hedges, trees, bushes, these things are granted to us by the DDV deities. And who am I to reject such a gift, you know? I think those are in a line. Hi, Ashley. How's it going? I want this to be centered with the gazebo. Probably. Okay, we're on to something. Fountain tiles too. Honestly. There are a lot of things that we have. Wait, there are a lot of things that we don't have that we do deserve. And also there are things that we do have that we don't deserve, you know? I don't know what we did to deserve the fountain tiles and the hedges, but we got them. Stone fences with roses. The one from Storybook Vale. Those are really pretty as well. I don't know how far back I ended up putting these. Wait, where did I line this up with? Nothing? Okay. It's fine. I think I just tried to make it symmetrical with this. That looks interesting. If I had to choose which pillar design is my favorite, like which of these pillars here, my favorite pillar is, I think, either the Peaceful Meadow one or or just this one that was one of the beach ones, I think. Wait, what update is outer space? Okay, I think this is fine. I should put a path here to go this way. Woody, what are you doing here? Are we going to talk about the update not even being acknowledged yet? I know, right? Where is she? Is she in the room with us? Honestly, is this update a scam? Who knows? Honestly, I feel like, yeah, I think we got a little bit spoiled with having a couple updates that dropped like literally right at the end of the redemption period for the star path. But back in the day, I feel like the updates happened usually like a week or two after the redemption period ended. So I do feel like probably the update is going to be on the 19th. And hopefully this week we're going to start getting some teases about it, but who's to say? Who's to say? Okay, we can do this. What do we think Jasmine and Aladdin's house will look like? No idea. To me, that's like the biggest mystery of the update. More than what the Star Path theme is going to be. Like, the biggest mystery is what are we doing with Jasmine and Aladdin's house? I have no idea. Because, like, surely they're not gonna have to live in Aladdin's shack, right? None of us are okay with that. But also, what in the shenanigans if they live in the Agrabah Palace? Because I don't care what kind of Dreamlight logic you use. Why are there two? That doesn't make sense. You wish Gameloft would communicate more, let us know what they're thinking and doing. I feel like I don't necessarily disagree, but I don't necessarily agree in terms of update timing. Like, they give us the roadmap and they start teasing the updates as they're getting ready to arrive. So I think that's fine, but more in terms of some of the, oh, maybe I'll have to center these with this actually. I'll probably do that. But I do wish we had a little bit more communication in terms of some of the issues with the game, that kind of thing. I feel like they're getting a little bit better about it sometimes, but I think it could still use some work. What if they kicked Jafar out of the castle? But they couldn't, because Jasmine and Aladdin are free characters and the castle is in the DLC, one of the DLCs. So they can't live there because then they'd have no home for people who don't have the DLC. That where I put it? All the way that way? I did. Why did I do that? Oh well. None of my business. A remodeled Aladdin shack? I don't know. I don't want them to have a shack. They're royals. You know what I mean? I feel like at some point we have to stop giving these princes and princesses cottages. You know? You know what I mean? Like, the cottages are cute, but the amount of disrespect that we're showing is really something.
It's pretty great how nice you are.
Communicate more with Dreamlight Valley compared to Speedstorm. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't really followed Speedstorm for a while. I do still... Well, I mean, I technically follow them on social media, but I don't actively keep up with what's happening, so I don't have too much of an opinion about that. Look at everyone! Wait, this is exactly what I wanted, and we're not even done yet. Look at everyone gathering around, looking at the little pillars and stuff. Oh, I can't wait. Maybe Jasmine has a summer home. Oh my goodness. Still have your fingers crossed for PlayStation players? Yes, for sure. You agree about communication, but they do surveys. Yeah, they do the surveys. It's not like communication about the plans for the game. I think they do that well. I think it's mostly just some of the issues with that affect the playability of the game. I think sometimes, usually right after an update, they'll be kind of in contact about immediate new glitches that affect progression, but apart from that, there are some issues that people still have been having for ages, kind of game-breaking bugs, so to speak, that I feel like they don't always keep people up to date about. They have the Trello board, but even with that, sometimes I just feel like there could be a little bit better communication about that. Thank you for the sip reminder, Kristen. Hi, Amelia. Yeah, today we are decorating the plaza in preparation for Aladdin and Jasmine arriving sometime soon. My plaza was a mess and there was nothing happening in it. And even though we're mostly focusing on decorating Storybook Vale in my game right now, one thing I'm not going to do is make a bad first impression on one of the most iconic Princess Prince duos. You know what I mean? I would not say Jasmine is my favorite princess. I would not say Aladdin is my favorite prince, but they're one of the most iconic combined prince-princess duos, you know? The idea is a nice pillar garden area where we have everything. We have the pillars for people to come look at. We're gonna have some places to sit. I'm gonna have to get rid of these, and it's making me really mad. These gazebos. I might have to put the fountains back. I can't quite explain what it is that's making me angry about it. I think it's how it's blocking the pillars. So I might have to just leave these ones. Riff Raff, Street Rat, Meat Pack. Catch the reference. Caught alive again? Welcome in, Lonnie. If we get a Valentine star path, you're going to be annoyed. I generally don't prefer holiday star paths, but especially when they happen like after the holiday. You know what I mean? Why are we doing that? Give me... Have I decorated my island yet? I have not done my islands, no. Am I gonna put their house in the plaza when they arrive? No. I mean, unless for some reason it pops out and it's like perfect for the plaza, which I don't really foresee happening. That is not my intention. You've been seeing comparisons between Nikki and Dreamlight Valley lately in terms of content cadence. Oh yeah, very different games. I think they're like, there's nothing wrong necessarily with comparing games to each other depending on the games and depending on like the things that you're comparing. But yeah, there are a lot of factors that go into why one game might do something a certain way and another game might do things a different way. You want them to expand the items you can put on the area instead of 3,000. Depending on what platform you play on, you can get up to 6,000, but if you're playing on the older gen Xbox, the PS4, or the Switch, you're stuck at 3,000. But yeah, they haven't said anything about that recently, which doesn't surprise me. Because I don't think that, well, that's another one of those kind of tricky things. Like, if there's no news, then like, what are they supposed to say? Like, could they be like, hey, there's no news? Yeah, sure. But at the same time, it's like, would I rather them work on things instead of telling us that there's no news? Probably. I don't know. But yeah, it's been a while since they mentioned working on increasing the item limit on other platforms. Infinity Nikki at one time had 1,000 people developing it. Yeah, I don't know anything about the size of the teams. I don't know anything about their budgets. I don't know enough at all to say why or how Infinity Nikki is able to do things that Dreamlight Valley can't. Like, that's not my place. Hi, Trixie. How are you? Wait, I think this has potential to be cute. I do a little bit hate it from the other side, though. But I think if we put, like, a bench... Not a bench. I think if we put a bench or something here, it could be cute. I need trees, though, is what I need. I'm just trying to wait to put trees until later, but maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should just embrace the trees now. Because everything is very flat right now. They announced last year that PlayStation players could cross-platform save. Yeah, their intention was to have that ready to go by the end of 2024. They did not make that happen, but they did then give an update saying that they were still working on it. It just wasn't ready yet. So hopefully soon we get that. I don't play on PlayStation, but the cross-save feature is something that I really enjoy. And I know a lot of other people would like to have that as well, so I hope it comes. Wait, why is this like this? Just go there for now. I'll worry about you later. Wait, is this like... Oh. I don't like how this is placed on the tiles. Free-to-play games also have to update on a consistent, regular schedule to keep us coming back to spend. DDV is a played game. Yeah, but also... Even among free-to-play games, the update schedules can vary, you know, so... I think it is hard, yeah, like Alexandra was saying, when there's a similar target audience or a fair amount of player crossover between two games, the player base can start to, I don't know, just compare the two a lot. So I want to use these. I never use these trees. I want to grab out a bunch of trees and consider what the options are. I don't even know how many of these there are. Still asking for a drop-down menu instead of the random tree allotment. Are you I think you're a different tree than this. Yeah. When are Jasmine and Aladdin arriving? We don't know yet. My guess is the 19th, but we're not sure. Do we have another tree? Because this other one has a different tree. You're the same as one of these. I feel it in my bones. Okay, I'm gonna give up on that for now. Oh, I forgot all about these. Remember, remember when they gave us these? I've not touched these a day in my life since we got the other ones, which is kind of a shame because I like the shape of these. But look at how it's placed on the footprint. How am I meant to use these? I can't put them even close to each other. Same with these. Like, what is that? Am I gonna place the Ratatouille metal floor tiles as plaques in front of the pillars again? I'm not sure. I did like that in the Glade. The Glade build was really good, actually. Not to toot my own horn. I really liked it. I was kind of sad to get rid of it. Overall, my last Valley build was my hardest one to get rid of. Are you just one tree? Oh no. Because I really enjoyed all of the builds. Okay, I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm probably gonna wait. Okay. I have you. You're you. It might just be those 3 trees from this. Because you're you. Such a big sigh with the hedges. I know, such potential and such disappointment. I hate to say it. You're you, I think. Hi, Gabby. How's it going? What is this? That's that tree. Are there more of these? I need a list. Does anyone know off the top of their head if there's a list of the types of trees? Or like which trees are under which trees on the wiki or something? I don't think I'm gonna use these ones. But I think it's just those 3. Okay. Anyway. My building placements at the moment. Wait. So at the moment right now, I'm doing the Plaza and I'm working on permanent, like a permanent Plaza build. Well, semi-permanent because everything ends up getting bulldozed eventually. But I am planning on having this as my permanent Plaza for now. Hi, Rainbow. Hello. Loved what I've done in the Veil. Looks really pretty and so natural. Thank you. Yeah, I've really been enjoying the Veil builds that we've been doing. It's been a lot of fun. And oops. I think they've come out really nicely, actually. I'm excited to do more of the Veil, but I'm mad because I don't have the mushrooms yet. And I'm also mad because... Was there another reason I was mad? I actually can't remember if there's another reason I'm angry. I do not recall. That might be it. I think I was waiting for hopefully more buildings that will look good in Mythopia. I might just have to accept the fact that I'm going to want this to be mostly symmetrical. I know that doesn't really make sense, but if it's what's going to bring me joy, I'm going to do it. And so I'm probably going to do it. Same tree over here, just rotate it a little bit. Fancy, fancy. That already is a lot better, but it's going to get even better. Don't you worry. You thought for once you... Oh, you thought for sure once you saw the Alice ones, they were going to fit the other hedges. Yeah, I hope they will fix them at some point. Because why are they like that? You know? Why do they not line up with each other? There's no reason for them not to. Not that you would have to use them like that, but I feel like a lot of people are going to want to use them like that. Your favorite part of decorating is adding the trees and foliage? I get it. That's probably my favorite part. I actually probably need to put these on this corner back here. Or like up here. The rain was not invited to the party, but here it is. Ooh, no. Ooh. Sorry, that was so impassioned. I don't hate it that much. I just hate it a little bit. I'll move it back. You need a weather toggle. I know. Where is it? I need it immediately. Okay. I think... Yes, I'm tracking. We're doing things. Things are getting done. Slowly but surely. Very slowly. Sorry, this build is a... She's taking her time. Sometimes it happens. Do I want to bring this path up here, though? Or do I not care about that? I think I might. A lot of objects you wish they'd fix the footprints of. Honestly, yeah. Kitty, thank you for being a member for 21 months. Hear me out. 21 months together and still going strong. Glad to show a bit of support in any way possible. Thank you so much, Kitty. I appreciate you. 21 months is no small feat. That's a very long time. And I appreciate you so much. Hi, Brandy. If I didn't say hi already. Hello, hello. I feel something. I feel something. I'm not 100% sure if it's positive or negative yet, but it's something. This section here is very much giving my last Plaza build. I hated saying goodbye to it. Actually, it was so sad. I was working on my thumbnail this morning trying to figure out what to do, which is sometimes difficult for me because I also have to figure out what I'm actually doing on stream to some extent when I make my thumbnail. And I was looking back through some of the photos that I had in the app, and one of them was of my last Plaza, this sort of center area. It was so pretty. And now it's gone. Just a memory. Actually, it's not just a memory because it exists on my channel in my Plaza tour. Well, no, my whole Valley tour, actually. So it's there if we want to reminisce. Thank you for the sip reminder. Oh yeah, thank you all for liking the stream, by the way, if you have already. If not, please do. Would appreciate it. Do I want to use any flower boxes? Or something? Because I'm going to need to figure out ways to fill this in. And bushes are obviously an option. But are they the option? I'm not certain yet. Kind of wouldn't mind a circular flower planter here. I just sort of remember not liking that many of the circular flower planters. Is a tree around the fountain fully grown? It should be. It's not. Wait, it is. It's not. I don't think it is. Hold on just a second. While I go to my own YouTube video. Wait, or you all can tell me if you are able to type this in before I get to my own video. Remember when I used to post actual videos and not just live stream? Wow. What a time to be alive. Girl. I think it's done. Oh, good. It's muted. I don't have to hear my voice. Thank goodness. This is such a short one. I was really giving y'all content for no ad revenue. Yeah, wait. Yeah, it's fully grown. Catherine, welcome in. I'm glad you're able to make it live. Also, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. That tells you how much I think about this tree currently. I didn't even remember if this was fully grown or not. I know, I was going through a bit of an existential crisis. I was like, don't tell me I'm gonna have to do a bunch of storybook achievement grinding to get my tree back to full. I would do it, but would I want to? Not really. What flowers do I like? The back left-hand Mickey lamppost needs rotating? Does it? Oh, yeah. You're right, you're right. I might switch these, actually. I think this is too many Mickey lampposts. Nah, I'm gonna switch those. I might leave these ones back here. Or maybe I'll do the opposite, and I'll leave these ones here, and I'll switch them. I don't care. We'll figure it out eventually. Do I like these ones? Something about the pink and the purple always makes me a little bit angry. I can't quite put my finger on it. It doesn't make me any angry in these. Maybe it's actually the yellow in this that makes me angry. Megan, hello. Welcome in. I hope the Dreamlight grinding is going well. I was thinking about doing a little bit of that today, but changed my mind. That's probably something we'll work on a little bit in the next week or so. I don't imagine I will need more well, I hope I will not need more Dreamlight for the Aladdin and Jasmine realm, but should I use this one? I don't know. But we had so much at one point, Dreamlight, and now we have none. We have like less than 100,000. Did I reset the valley? Is that why I'm talking about the tree? No, but at least with Storybook Vale, I think, not Storybook Vale, Rift in Time, I think those tasks counted towards the tally in your, like for your tree. That was what I was hearing. My tree, I don't think went down a level when we got Rift in Time. It doesn't seem to have now that we got Storybook Vale, but like going through all of these, if you count up all of the tallies, you needed like something like 90% of all of them done in order to have your tree fully grown. I thought I heard that Eternity Isle was affecting people's, but I don't know. I think the left fountain is slightly further back. You might be right. Moon. Yeah. I would have figured it out eventually. I might not have. Well, I probably would have once I started putting like bushes and stuff, but I appreciate it. Not the oregano. I need a toggle to turn off the oregano. It always grows right in my way. I think these flower pots are not it right now. I need something taller or more dramatic. I don't know whether I want one of the Plaza trees. I hate these ones with my whole heart. I can't express how much I hate these trees. If you love these trees, I love that for you. I can't stand them. I don't know if it's the color of the tree or if it's the trunk of the tree or if it's the tiny weeds down here. I don't know. These ones I don't hate as much, but I still hate a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. You have 2,000? You forgot they were a realm? Yeah, how much did we need for the last couple of realms? I could look it up on the wiki, actually. Let me mind my own business. And just pop it on the wiki. What a horrible place for me to leave you all. There we go. Realm. What was the last realm that we got? Was it the Mulan realm? Yeah, I mean, we went back to the Lion King one. The Mulan one was 15,000, so maybe have a bit more than 15,000 just in case. Okay, let me also pop some of these down here. They look like something out of Minecraft. I was going to say that, but I've actually never played Minecraft. And to be honest, I don't know if I've even watched any footage of Minecraft. So it would have just been based off of imagination and perception, which isn't very fair of me. They make you uncomfy. The trees, I hate them. That's so mean. The tree never did a single thing to me. I just hate it. I don't like it. I feel like I need these lights here, but I also feel like I would prefer to not have the lights here and to have a bush. Hi, Momo. How are you? You've never used the large Plaza tree. It's too blocky for you. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. This fountain doesn't have any lights on it, does it?
This valley is so friendly, like a warm hug.
Could I? I don't like that they're all Mickey lights. I'm realizing this now. There's the regular Plaza light, but the regular Plaza light is 4 tiles, isn't it? And no, it's 1. Oh, thank goodness. Some of these are 4 tiles though, aren't they? I'm pretty sure I didn't make that up. Which is just another weird Dreamlight Valley thing because... No, this is 3 by 3. What is this? Like, why is this like this? And this one is too. And this one is not. Like, I'm gonna use this one more than any of the others, but that just doesn't make a single lick of sense. Okay, yeah, that's way better. I hate to say it. I do love the Mickey lamps. Absolutely no hate towards the Mickey lamps, but I think they're just not working for me here. I think the Mickey statue and the Mickey lamps, it's just a lot together. Gameloft fixed the footprints, honestly. Like, what are we doing? Can I get rid of all of these lights? That's what I was planning on doing before I got distracted by something.
You know that rain is just melted snow?
The rain is not going to make this ideal. Oh, look at Olaf sitting on the bench. That's cute. Okay, hear me out. I feel like there's a world in which we could maybe get away with some ground lights and not have any lights in the center area. I like having them, but something about it just isn't sitting right in my soul. It might be fine. Fix the footprint, give me cross save, both of them, honestly. For PlayStation, we need cross save. The footprints do indeed need to be fixed. What if 2 bushes? I mean, 3 would be best case scenario, but probably pushing it. Yeah, 3 would be really pushing it. I'm about to have to move from this area. Anyone watching the Super Bowl halftime show? Yes, we were talking about that a little bit earlier. I said, listen, I'm not going to pretend that I'm going to watch the game. I'm not going to watch the game. I'm going to be sitting in my bed reading Siege and Storm. And then when my spirit starts levitating from my body, I'll know that Kendrick's about to step on the stage. And then I will pop out, much like Kendrick, and consume the art that is being delivered to me. 3 would be bushing it. Stop. 3 would definitely be bushing it. You say this all the time, but your most wanted quality of life feature is still a recipe search bar. We need a search bar for recipes, and we need one for the crafting table. I do believe this wholeheartedly. I need to walk around for a second. Do I think we'll get an Abu companion? Possibly. If we do, I think it would probably be in the premium shop. I don't think it would be something that we got.
Could use a few more sleds around here.
Sorry, both of them talking at the same time sent me into a bit of a tizzy. I don't think it would be something that we would get in the Star Path or anything like that. But who am I to say? Maybe I can put some flowers behind the benches. I do that often, but it is huge. Let me see what I can do. You're excited for Kendrick's concert today? You hope he plays a certain song. Oh my goodness. I was watching, what was I watching? I was watching Josh Johnson, and he made a point that I had not considered, apparently, allegedly, according to Josh Johnson. I don't know if this is true or not. Super Bowl performances are technically eligible for Emmy consideration. Now, if Kendrick gets another award off of that song, I don't know what that means about the state of the world. We really just are living in a very interesting timeline overall. I'm not against it. I'm not against it. Let me move this. Pop you over here. Get a capybara dressed up like Abu. Now, don't put that into the universe. I love a cappy as much as the next girl, but I know that I surely do not need an Abu capybara. No, I do not. Oh, I can't do that because it's infringing on this area. I need to figure out what I'm doing here. This whole spot, I am trusting the process. It's going to be cute. Just for now, it's not. I hate to say it. It's a mess and a half, and it's stressing me out a little bit. Thank you for liking the stream, Candia. I appreciate it. The Tinkerbara hasn't been taken out of inventory since the first week. Oh, no. No. I think even the first week, I took her out to look at her, and I was like, oh. And then she went right back in. Yes, she did. I think I used her for a dream snap. Maybe. That's the most I could do for her. I hate to say it. This part of the song always reminds me of As Long as There's Christmas from the Beauty and the Beast Christmas movie. I think I say that every time this song comes up. We already have monkeys in game. They wouldn't use a cappy. Well, now, wouldn't have to is correct. Wouldn't might be a little bit of a stretch. Who knows? I would hope that they don't, though. We don't need an Abu capybara. You low-key like the Tinkerbara? She's goofy cute. I mean, she's better than... You know what? Not too much on my Royal Winter snow raccoon, but she's better than that. Hi, Stacy. How are you? Yes. Hee hee hee. I don't know why I'm laughing like that. This still isn't cute. Oh,
Some people are worth
the
melting
raccoon with the
for.
button eyes reminds me of Coraline. I could see it. I've never actually seen Coraline, but I get the vibe. Thanks for lurking, Gabby. The snow raccoon is creepy. It is, it is. Do you like the Rapunzel capybara? I do like the Rapunzel capybara. Maybe what I need to do is push this fountain all the way into the corner. And then push these in there as well. The snow raccoon haunts your dreams. You try to pretend he doesn't exist. I don't blame you. I don't think anyone could or would blame you for that. My goodness. Have I considered that none of this is necessary? Potentially. And I could just not. Have I considered that? Actually, what does undo all mean? Because I don't remember what I started with. Okay, these fountains might have to go. You want to feed your crocodiles, but you can't find them anywhere? I get it. They do sometimes, like to hide away. I am gracefully changing course. And we're gonna move on to something different. And we're gonna come back to that. And our eyes and our brain are reset and refreshed and ready to tackle new challenges. No. I don't think I want to have paths leading to the pillars from the thing. I think that's not something I'm going to do. I'm not going to bring it up. Just know that this build, it's been too long away from the valley.
This valley is so friendly.
This build is
like
kicking my behind. Working on the valley today. I am. Some might say begrudgingly. The some would be me. Okay, you can move over here. The things I do for Aladdin and Jasmine, I really hope they appreciate it, actually. Because I didn't need to be doing all this. And yet here I am. And yet here I am. This way a little bit. I think. There can be miracles when you believe. Actually, that song is such a bop. It's so good. Actually, you know who I'm pretty sure did the music for that movie? Give me a minute just to confirm so I don't sound ridiculous. I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up. Yeah, Steven Schwartz, who gave us Wicked. It's gonna look stunning when I'm done. Well, thank you, thank you. I appreciate the faith in me. I also once had faith in me. I'm kidding. I'm being dramatic. It's gonna be fine. We're just at that point where it's just a bit of a struggle, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with the struggle. Not a single thing. Even putting out house skins and decorating each, it's so challenging. Oh, that's fun though, Pegasus. Are you having a good time? There are so many though, and I feel like we need more furniture for interiors. It's so tricky to decorate a bunch of rooms and still feel like you're having a unique vibe for them. Decorating in DDV takes faith, trust, and pixie dust, and it does, honestly. This is too wide. Can I make it 2 things smaller if I use a smaller hedge? This one. Did I do my dream snapper waiting until the last minute? You already know the answer to that. Come on now. I'm me. Now I just have every song from Prince of Egypt stuck in my head. It's not a bad thing, necessarily. Give her the sip reminder. Oh, the Ari and Cynthia cover? Yes, that is quite good. I mean, listen. It's impeccable is what I meant to say. Sometimes I just say things and I'm like, well, I know what I mean by this. And yet, not everyone may know that me saying something is quite good in reference to any vocal work done by either Ariana Grande or Cynthia Erivo is, you know, like, obviously it's good. They're 2 of the best vocalists living right now. Which tree do I want? Been mostly fun. There have been a few points it's gotten frustrating trying to get things to line up correctly. Oh, yeah. I do get that as well. I think I need to get rid of these, actually. I might be able to do something with a little fence action. I do like this shape, though.
Kind of relieved there's somebody nice. No.
You're going peanut butter, Kitty? I feel like peanut butter counts at... Oh, by the way, yeah, question of the day. If you're making a perfect bowl of frozen yogurt, are you choosing a fruit palette or a chocolate palette? This is a question I a little bit stole from The Good Place. I think Chidi was having a crisis about making frozen yogurt. And he's like, but which do I go with? Fruit palette or chocolate palette? And I was like, you know, that's a fair point. Kitty, I would consider peanut butter to be part of the chocolate palette. But I'm not mad at it. I feel like my go-to is usually chocolate. I'm not a big, like, fruit frozen treat person. I don't really like strawberry ice cream. Or like any other kind of fruity ice cream, I don't think. don't know why. It's just not my vibe. Hmm? Maybe on to something? Perhaps? Strawberry and chocolate? I feel like strawberry and chocolate counts as a chocolate palette. But people can disagree with me. Depends on the time of day and whether it's dessert or a snack. I feel that. You love blood orange or lemon sorbet? I feel like I'm rarely in a sorbet mood. Like, there are not very many times, if ever, that I would actively choose, like, sorbet as my sweet treat of choice. But blood orange sorbet is pretty delicious. I want a smaller thing. Ooh. I might have to go with the Plaza trees, actually. Wait, is this what the size that I took of thing? No, this size doesn't exist in that color. Everything is wrong. I'm feeling particularly dramatic today. Can you tell? Also, for anyone who's been following the saga of my reading this month, last week, I believe, I posed the question for anybody who had read Adam Silvera's They Both Die at the End, if it was good or not. I then proceeded to pick it up, I think that same day, and start reading it. The answer, it's good and horrible at the same time. Let me tell you. Knowing the title, did I expect to cry? Yes. Did I expect to cry throughout the entire book? No. Oh my goodness. It was so distressing and so cathartic at the same time. I mostly have no words. I was not expecting to rate it 5 stars. I'm pretty notoriously horrible about, like, not really giving books 5 stars. It had to be 5 stars. The emotions that that book pulled out of me. Revolutionary. When do I think we'll get teasers for the next update? Probably this week. Probably this week. I wish there was a feature in Dreamlight Valley where you could click on the fence and you could just drag it to a different tile so that you didn't have to rebuild it, you know? That would make me very happy. Maybe actually I can just leave that where it is though and bring this forward this way. And accomplish the thing that I already wanted to accomplish. We love dramatic Tink. That's good because I'm dramatic every day. The only thing that changes is the extent of the drama. Am I placing any buildings or houses in the plaza? I'm not, which I think is part of why I'm having a hard time with this build. But no, just vibes. Just pillars, fountains, gazebos, the lot of it. That's gonna be pretty much it. You got a Kindle the other day. You've already read a book and started your next. Yeah, I feel like Kindle reading is pretty quick. I think it feels quick because usually when you're reading a Kindle, the font size is going to mean that you're reading more than a page per tap, or like, you know what I mean? So it feels faster, but I do believe it might actually go faster. Might not be true, might be true. Who's to say? Maybe I can put... Gracious. You just attempted Fourth Wing and you found it atrocious. Oh no. Yeah, we accept all valid opinions here, and that is a valid opinion. I am not the biggest Fourth Wing stan out there. I am going to try to give it another chance, but the first time I read it, it was a bit of a roller coaster experience. I started having a grand time, and by the end I was like, I don't know if this is like for me. And then I was minding my own business the other day. If a story starts with me minding my own business, you know something bad is gonna happen. I was minding my own business the other day and watching a video ranking different book talk books. Imagine my surprise and astonishment when someone said that they felt like Iron Flame was just Fourth Wing recycled over again. That was an opinion I had not heard before, and one that made me concerned. That's how you know it's a good story, when it starts with me minding my own business. Because really, that's what I am doing all the time. I mean, occasionally I'm minding other people's business, but for the most part, it's just my own. What is Fourth Wing about? I usually describe it as Hunger Games meets How to Train Your Dragon. So it's essentially about this person going to a super cutthroat military academy where you learn to ride dragons.
My friends, the trolls, would love
You love How to Train Your Dragon? You're so excited for the live action. Well, How to Train Your Dragon is also books, right? It's books. There's a cartoon, I don't mean that in an insulting way. The animated movie. And then they're making a live action. I'm not familiar with the books. I've seen the movie a couple of times, and I have heard that the live action movie is meant to be more in tune with the books than the animated movie, but I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm not the biggest Fourth Wing hater. I will say that. There are some books that I am the biggest hater of. Fourth Wing is not one of them. I think there are a lot of positive things about Fourth Wing, or a lot of like entertaining things about Fourth Wing. I think if you're somebody who has enjoyed things like Hunger Games or Divergent or Maze Runner, like if you either grew up in a time where those were books that you liked, or you saw the movies or something, I think Fourth Wing is probably going to appeal to you a lot. I think it's a good book for people who like reading but haven't read in a long time. I think it's like entertaining, and it'll get you kind of back into enjoying reading, probably, for a lot of people. I think I have read a lot of books similar to Fourth Wing in terms of vibes, and a lot of the things that I like about Fourth Wing I've liked better in other books or series, but I'm not the biggest hater. Maybe on a reread, or maybe on a reread I'll love it. I don't know. I always go into books hoping that I love them and wanting to love them. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Not the worst book you've read. just not the target audience, which is fair. I do feel like a lot of books that people love, I pick up and I'm like, oh, if I had read this like 5 to 10 years ago, I probably would have loved it, which again is no hate. It's just like there are some books or like movies or things that I feel like I've moved past the me that would have loved this. And that's a little bit sad because I know there's a me that would have loved this. The fence is shorter on the left. I think it is also, but I think I'm going to leave it that way. But actually, I also don't know if it is. Because here we have these 3 posts. And here we have these 3 posts. So I think it's actually the same. I think it's just placed differently. So I could place it differently. But again, I don't know if I will or not. One book that I really hated, I don't love answering questions like that because it makes me feel mean. You know what I mean? Because even if I didn't like it, like I know the author probably put their heart and soul into it. Probably. I don't know for sure. But like, let me think if there's something I can say without being mean. I'll think on it. A book that was very hyped that I wanted to love and did not. Is the Summer I Turned Pretty series. But I watched the first season of the show and I enjoyed the show quite a bit. But the book, girl. Also, I can say I read Children of Blood and Bone in January and I read the sequel, Children of Virtue and Vengeance, this month. And the sequel, girl, Miss Adeyemi. Ma'am. What happened? What happened? The first book was so good. The second book, what happened? What happened? There's one book to pull it back together. I hope it does, but based on the Goodreads rating, I don't know if it will. I don't know if there's coming back from this. But a girl can dream. What do I mean by Aladdin and Jasmine deserve better? I mean, my Plaza is a mess and they can't rock up into this world of mine seeing this nonsense. And thusly, we are making over the Plaza. It's gonna be dark as heck.
Don't you just love...
You become so picky about writing style that you go in wanting to love a book but often can't handle the writing itself. Oh, interesting. I'm not super picky about writing styles. There are some that I just don't vibe with, but for the most part, I can push through. Sometimes I do struggle if there's like a certain phrase that an author uses all the time or a certain word that's not used very often that an author uses all the time. And I'm like, can we not? But other than that, I don't mind too much. You think you could potentially find a Fourth Wing show enjoyable? I believe it was picked up by Amazon and is in development, but someone can correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes when books are really popular, the author gets pressured to do the second one faster. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Also, Charlotte, I do not know when Aladdin and Jasmine are coming. My guess is the 19th. My guess is not this week because we haven't had any teasers yet. Ready Player One is really good. I've heard that. I've not read it though. Ready Player One is like sci-fi, right? Ish. I'm not a big sci-fi reader, although you know what I read last year, I think? I feel like it was last year. And it was fantastic. Project Hail Mary. Who's the author? I usually try to mention the author if I'm talking about a book because it's their project and they deserve to have, I think, Andy Weir. Project Hail Mary. Yeah, Andy Weir. It was a sci-fi. I actually listened to the audiobook and the audiobook was wonderful. Would recommend if anyone is trying to branch into a little bit of sci-fi. It's essentially about this guy who wakes up on this spaceship and he's the only one on the spaceship and he doesn't really remember how he got there or what he's doing. And then he meets, I was gonna say a robot, but I guess it's an alien technically. And, you know, hijinks ensue. You love everyone's books or views on books. Goodreads reviews are so brutal. Oh, yeah. Actually, sometimes I do like reading. Sometimes I like reading 1-star reviews of either books or movies or shows, pretty much anything. I love reading 1-star reviews of things that I enjoy. Sometimes I like reading them of ones that I hate, but I actually kind of enjoy more reading moderate reviews of things that I dislike. But I love reading bad reviews of things that I love because I think it's so funny to see what people didn't like about things. Like one time I was reading a bunch of 1-star reviews of the Wicked movie, and it was so interesting to see what people said. A lot of them were like, there are too many songs. And I was like, well, and then some of them were like, there were too many songs and the movie was too long and should have been one part. And I was like, interesting, because how would they have made it one part with fewer songs when half the songs aren't there because they're only doing the first half? It brings me joy. It really does. Am I excited for the new Infinity Nikki update? I'm excited. I haven't seen houses being confirmed yet in the next update. I actually haven't really seen anything about the update yet. You love The Martian by Andy Weir? I haven't read that one, but I've heard of it. You're about to start the 6th Wheel of Time book. Oh, that's cool. I have heard a lot of things about, well, I've heard a lot of people love Wheel of Time. I haven't heard anything about the plot because I try to avoid any plot spoilers for anything like The Plague. I try to go into books knowing literally as little as possible. Because I find that that tends to lead to the most enjoyable experience for me. But I do know that I think actually Brandon Sanderson finished the Wheel of Time series after the author passed away. And my plan is hopefully this month. Right now I'm reading Siege and Storm because I'm trying to finish the Shadow and Bone trilogy this week. Well, actually in the next couple of days, hopefully. But then my goal for the month is to finish reading the Cytoverse, the Skyward books by Brandon Sanderson. But then I want to start reading the Cosmere books by Brandon Sanderson. How far did I make this? You know what? I know how to know. A rug. Imagine a musical having songs I know. Thank you for the sip reminder. You spent a good hour reading 1-star Fourth Wing reviews. Oh no. I did. I usually don't look at any reviews until I am done reading a book or like watching a show or, well, you know, whatever the thing is. But when I was reading Children of Virtue and Vengeance, I felt a little bit like I was wrong about my opinions about it since I had liked the first book as much as I had. So I did go to Goodreads to just briefly look at some general thoughts that people had, and their feelings were the same feelings that I had been feeling. So I felt validated in that. I was like, okay, knowing that I'm not tripping, like, it's not that I'm just having a bad day. Like, a lot of people felt these things. I can continue to read this and just get through it and get to the next book. It's gonna be good. been listening to Akata Witch? I don't think I know what that is. A lot of phrases in Court of Thorns and Roses. You know what word Sarah J. Maas loves? Carrion. Never had seen a single other writer write that word once, I don't think. Since I've seen it a couple times. Ma'am loves that word. Girl, good for you, but I don't need to read it every 3 pages. I really do not. And it's all of her books, too. It's not just ACOTAR. If I'm reading a book, a paragraph, and I see the word carrion, I'm like, ah, Miss Maas. What also does she say? Oh, my eyes lined with silver. That's one that she always says. I don't think I've seen anybody else say that phrase, but when she wants to talk about someone being close to tears, someone's eyes welling up, their eyes lined with silver. Okay. Okay. You think hearing completely opposite opinions makes you realize why you feel the way you do of things? Yeah. I actually really like seeing people with different opinions about things that I either do like or dislike for that reason, because I feel like it either helps me kind of see an alternate perspective that I hadn't considered, or it makes me more confident in my opinions. You know what I mean? I feel like it's good to challenge your own opinions about things. Not in a, like, not even necessarily to try to talk yourself out of it, but just to be like, you know, it just doesn't hurt. The first 2 Skyward books were so good. I've only read the first one and one of the novellas. I mean, not, the novella I read was Defending Elysium, which per Goodreads is technically like the prequel, and I guess it is kind of a prequel, but it doesn't have anything to do with those characters. But those are the only ones I've read so far. How is it still raining? I know, it's very disrespectful, but I'm just kind of pretending that it's not happening. Also, talking about books is helpful because it's a very distracting thing for me. You buy books that catch your eye. You want to buy more poems books, but the prices for poems. Oh, yeah. I went through a big poetry phase. Poetry books can be quite expensive. I haven't really read much poetry in a while, honestly. Hi, Mia. How are you? You appreciate that she at least attempts to be poetic. You'd much rather that than having to read the word vibe in a fantasy novel. Oh my goodness. It is sometimes jarring to read fantasy novels or historical novels that still use modern turns of phrase. And actually, this is my only critique? Maybe, because I love Wicked. One of, if not my only critique about Wicked is there's a scene, wait, is this how far I did it? I think so. There's a scene in Wicked where out of the blue, it's not even like a main dialogue line, it's just kind of happening in the soundscape, but it's prominent enough that you probably won't miss it. Where Ariana as Galinda says, "I just cannot." And for some reason that always pulls me out of it every single time. I'm like, why did you say that, girl? I just cannot. Miss Ma'am. This is going to be annoying because this is going to have to be longer on this side. Couldn't read Zodiac Academy, too modern, but still fantasy. See, I was not intending to read Zodiac Academy, and then what happened was I was watching a video of someone ranking their top 20 book boyfriends, and like 3 of them were from Zodiac Academy. And then I said, now wait a minute. I said, no, wait a minute. Is there something I'm missing?
My friends, the trolls
Do I
would
need to pick
love
up this
you.
series? I have not done it yet because another thing is I'm in the middle of over 24 series. Here's another thing. Every book is a series. I need people to stop writing series for a minute because I just wanted to pick up a cute standalone because I recognized that I was in the middle of too many series, but I was feeling too overwhelmed to pick one up at that point in time. So I was like, let me read this cute little book. It's a romance. It'll go fast. It's called... Spoiler alert. I was like, let me pick it up. I'm reading it. In the middle of this book, the male main character is having a conversation with his friend. And he's like, oh, like, by the way, how's it going with that handler of yours that you're like having to go around with? And the guy's like, oh, she's so short and she's so something something and she's so something something something. And I said, wait a minute. This sounds like a setup if I've ever seen one. And you know what? It was. I went to the Kindle store page and I saw that it's an interconnected standalone series, which means I inadvertently started another book series when I was just trying to mind my own business. I was so mad. I'm gonna need to bring this forward more, actually. I was just trying to read a cute romance. I don't need a saga of a bunch of different celebrities dating people. That's not what I need right now. You know what? It's just gonna be back there. These are not... Oh, it's fine.
You know, I gotta say, the rain is kind of nice.
Rain is kind of nice. I'm glad you think so, Christoph. This whole thing is off. But you know what? You're never gonna see this side and this side at the same time, so this doesn't have to match that. I don't care about that much. We're gonna be okay. I do believe that. At least with this. I've not heard of that one, Lollipop Crush. What really irks you is when something was originally meant to be a duology or something and then ends up turning into 4 books. Oh, yeah. You know what I will say, though? Sometimes I'm happy when that happens. If it feels like it's warranted, you know what I mean? For instance, my favorite book to talk about is Legendborn by Miss Tracy Dion. And that book, well, that's a little different because that book was always meant to be a trilogy. And now it's just going to be 4 books. But I feel like the way that she talks about deciding to make it 4 books instead of 3 books makes a lot of sense. There's so much happening in that story. We're halfway through. The 3rd book is coming out in March. And based on the trajectory, I can see us needing an extra book to wrap things up. So I'm not mad at it. I also love Legendborn. Bree is my little baby. And I'm excited to see what happens. Do I feel confident that things are going to be okay, Kitty? Yes, actually. I feel confident that... Oh, the sun. It's a sign. I could almost sing for joy. I won't, but I could.
I have the most wonderful
This is still a piece of work, but the sides are coming together. And I'm not mad at it. I do have to find a place for this vacuum, actually. Let me do that before I start doing too much else. Hi, Jelly. How are you? I could put it at one of the entrances or exits. It's kind of nice to have it near the well, though. I'm not gonna lie. So I can just teleport, get the stuff, and leave. Maybe I'll just put it here. No, it makes more sense to be on the other side. Why? I don't know. Get out of the well, turn that way. Let's see. That's all it took for me to say that I was confident in my build. Not the weather being a mood ring for my emotions. Well, that's redundant. A mood ring is always for your emotions. In theory. Been trying to get motivation to play Dreamlight Valley. Ah, I feel that. I mean, the update is around the corner, but I also do feel like sometimes that doesn't really matter to me until we have a date. And then I'm like, oh, now the motivation is kicked in. So I hope we get a date soon because we need one. What am I meant to put over here? Let me know if anyone has any ideas. Benches feel silly because I literally have this bench here. But also, it does kind of make sense to be able to sit and look at the thing. You know what I mean? How many benches is too many benches? Has a new update happened recently? Oh no, not yet, but Aladdin and Jasmine are the next one. What my theory is, I don't have any information that anyone else doesn't have. I don't know, but what I'm assuming is that we're probably not going to get it this week because we haven't had any teasers about it yet, but I could see us getting it the following week. And it's fairly confirmed that it's going to be a realm with Jasmine and Aladdin in it. Okay. I'm looking for the little plaques again. I think I'm going to use these. I liked having these here. I could also, though, potentially... Oh no, I'd have to bring this out pretty far. Nah. Why? Why would you do that to me? Okay, it's fixed. I don't know if y'all saw that path glitch. For benches, the limit does not exist. That's kind of my thought process. And so I might put some here. But we'll see. Like there-ish. An area with a painting table and an easel, potentially.
Wow,
That also
what an
sounds like a
amazing
good idea. Actually, I'd probably move it back further. Those are not even. I think those are. Yeah. Am I gonna watch the Super Bowl? I'm gonna watch Kendrick. I'm not gonna watch the Super Bowl though. I don't really have any interest in football currently at this point in my life. I've watched it more often at times in the past. Currently it's just not something that really brings me joy, which I think is fine. But yeah. So I will instead be just chilling and reading a little bit and then popping out when the real show starts. Hi, Charlie. Hello. You see that? You'll watch Kendrick too. Go Bills. Am I supposed to know what team that is? No offense. I don't know sports. I hate to say it. I don't know sports. I think I need to not have this here, actually. Tuning in for Kendrick and SZA only. Yeah, you know, and that's okay. Would I tune in for more of it if it were confirmed that Wicked was getting a trailer? Probably. This is not... These are not even. Just undo that. And get rid of you. I'm gonna need to move you, because you need to come up one. Yeah, that's better. I think. Wait, do you need to come up one then too? I think it's so hard sometimes. It's mostly my fault for trying to get things symmetrical. Oh, that's good. Okay. Oh, thank you for the sip reminder, Lonnie. Wicked trailer. Yeah, I'm pretty sure though, don't get your hopes up because I think John Chu said that they're not doing one at this Super Bowl. But something's got to be coming soon because they've really been posting a lot of things on their YouTube page recently, the Wicked movie. They've been doing like spotlights for the production designer. They did a couple spotlights for Cynthia and Ari. They've been doing a lot the past few days, so I feel like it's coming at some point. Belly, hello, hello. You want to message Gameloft and give us the option to turn off the butterflies? Oh, I actually don't mind the butterfly. I mostly don't even recognize that they're there, but I could see people finding them obstructive. Wait, what was I just doing? Oh, these benches. Yes. I have these lights here. I want to put those somewhere else instead. I don't think so. The artists don't get paid for their performances when it comes to the Super Bowl. That's what I've heard. Which, like, sounds kind of wild. But at the same time, the amount of promotion it is to be playing at the Super Bowl, I feel like... I mean, with how much money people pay just to have an ad playing during the Super Bowl, I can kind of get the artists not being paid. I don't know, though. I'm not an artist, so I don't know how I would feel for sure, but it's like the most viewed television program in the US each year, right? I feel like the amount of exposure that you're getting is the payment. Or that's the idea anyway. Gearing up for the Oscars, that's true too. The Oscars are somewhat soon. Listen, if Cynthia gets that leading actress Oscar, she's gonna be the youngest person to ever have an EGOT. I don't think we talk about that enough. I think that's the only nomination from the movie, though, that she would actually get an Oscar from. When did they say the next update is? They haven't announced yet. It should be coming up pretty soon, though.
The sun is the biggest gift of all.
Are these the same distance away? I'm slowly but surely losing my ability, okay, yes, to judge distance. feels a bit too soon to start teasing for good when the first movie isn't on streaming platforms yet. I would say yes, except for the fact that, well, yeah, I guess, but it's coming out in November, and they started teasing the first movie, like Wicked Part 1, at last year's Super Bowl. That was the first time we had seen a teaser for it. I feel like I could maybe see them doing it at the Oscars, or right after the Oscars, potentially. They're giving me time to either commit to not watching any movie previews or to forget that I ever considered that as an option. Pathing tile left under one of the round flower beds by the orbs. Oh, yeah, I actually meant to leave that there. I might get rid of it eventually, but for now it's staying. Thanks for hanging out, Yana. I appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful sleep. Amanda, the book lighter is from the Storybook Vale DLC. You can get it by doing the Sorcerer's Apprentice puzzle with the Lore Keeper. I almost don't want to connect this to here. I think it might look better not connected.
Whatever you do, do not stand downwind of Pumbaa.
It's a little weird to not have it connected, but I think I like it. You moved your house to the Wildwoods and forgot you were confused when you got into your game. Yeah, that happens to me still. I moved my house to Statue's Shadow, I think. Is that what it's called? In Mythopia? Statue's Shadow? I think so. And I'm still confused when I pop in. I'm like, why am I here? Need to announce the update for Dreamlight Valley this week. That's what you would expect. I don't know if they will for sure. I feel like they'll probably start teasing it this week. But sometimes they don't actually announce the date until it's the week of the update. So I think it's possible they could not announce the date until like next week. I might move these up a little bit. I don't know. Because this side is a little crampy.
Let me know where I can rustle up some grubs, would ya?
Maybe I'll just leave it. Do I want to commit to using more of these trees though? I don't know if I do. Did I just take it? Yeah. I mean, no, I duplicated it. Okay. That's good. Not you. Right when you got Storybook Vale, the Wicked movie soundtrack came out and you grinded a whole weekend for the book. Haven't played much since. Oh, yeah. I do enjoy Storybook Vale. I'm super excited about Aurora coming. Can't wait until that. I think that's going to be fabulous. I'm very curious to see when that update will actually happen and how I'll feel about it when it does happen, because summer is a long time, you know, getting an initial drop in November and then waiting till like potentially July-ish for the next arc feels like a long time. Storybook Vale, Wicked, and Nikki coming out pretty much all the same time was truly such a moment. Yes, the epitome of girl winter. It was great.
I'm telling you, this is the good life.
It was. I can't deny it. The main thing I don't like about this is how dark it is, but that's kind of just what happens when you use 10 million trees. So I might have to just deal.
The sun is the biggest gift.
Might have to just steal.
Running a place like this has got to be a 24/7 job. I feel for you, pal.
Summer is a while away, but also it's already February. Yeah. I think I wasn't against the decision to... I might change this to something else and just have this one. But then, I wasn't against the decision to have 2 parts instead of 3 parts for the update. I think that's potentially a good choice. But having the parts so far apart from each other, I think, is where I get a little concerned about how it's gonna, I don't know, how it's gonna affect the experience of the story. If I get rid of this, I actually can maybe use this tree back there now. Seven months is a long time. Hi, Ellington. How are you? Oh, I like that better being there, actually. It's not lined up with this, but do I care about that? Actually, I don't know. Do I care about that? Ooh, a little bit. I might have to think on it. You're confused about the ending of part 1 of Storybook Vale. You have no idea where it's going. Oh, well, the roadmap said I think.
You are a sight for sore eyes.
Said something about... I can't remember if this is the roadmap or the showcase. Either way, I think it's fine to say. I would not... Yeah. It said something about exploring underneath the veil or something. So I feel like we're probably gonna end up working with Maleficent, exploring some secret caverns or something of some sort in the Vale, trying to find Aurora. I still have my eyes on the lore keeper. There's something suspicious going on there, if you ask me. I don't have proof, but I have my intuition. Which is questionable, but you know, she tries. Actually, this might only be 3x3. Now that I think about it. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. We tried. It was the roadmap, but the roadmap was talked about in the showcase. Yeah, checks out. I just couldn't remember. It's been a while since I actually read what the roadmap said. I was like, it was somewhere. Summer technically ends in September. I know. Yeah. So I'm thinking probably July is when we'll get that. Could be August. We've had summer updates in August before. Do we think the lore keeper is evil? I don't necessarily think the lore keeper is evil, but I think she's got something she's not telling us. I think there's something amiss. Yeah, the lore keeper is sketchy. Something's not adding up. Hi, Renee. Hello. You're a bit disappointed there wasn't a quest after you finished all the puzzles in Storybook Vale? There might be in the next part, because I imagine we'll probably get more puzzles in the next part. Secret tunnel through the mountains? Well, yes. The DLC can't come out too early because the end will very likely contain a tease for DLC 3. Yeah, but that happened with the last two things also. And they were both, well, like the tease for the first DLC happened at the end of Act 1, which dropped in like June, I think, actually. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Remembering update dropped in June. And the last part of Rift in Time, I think, dropped in July.
All the sun and I'm not even breaking a sweat.
I think I'm going to just accept that being there. I think I might move this over one as well. Well, I mean, if I keep both of them, I'm going to move this over because that would be... Wait. Yeah. Because that would look a mess and a half if I didn't. There you go. Yes. It's a little better.
Home is where your rump rests, and my rump is resting right here.
Still something that's not sitting right with my soul, but I'm gonna worry about that later. Need to go rewatch the lore, but isn't the... Wait. Isn't the stack Eternity Isle, then the Vale, then the Valley? The Valley would be what we explore more of, maybe? Wait, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that thing she makes. You think it's looking like early May for Alice update, late July, early August for part 2 of Skull Rock? That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. Yeah, something like that. And I imagine we'll probably have like a couple weeks or a month between the Skull Rock update and the Rift in Time, not Rift in Time, Storybook Vale update again, like they were separate with the Sally update. Forgot Storybook Vale is out. Yeah, that's okay though. Honestly, I don't really see... I mean, apart from like obvious excitement and wanting to get to it soon if that's something that you feel, but I feel like it kind of makes sense to wait and get it once the whole thing is out. You can play it at the pace you want. Just still salty about the way they phrased the timing of the drops in the showcase. Yeah. That was a little mean of them because they did say, yeah, we're doing it 2 drops so you can get the content faster or something. And that is falsehoods and fallacies, if you ask me. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. You hope Aladdin and Jasmine's house will look good in the Forest of Valor. That's your princess land. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm not sure what their house will look like. I might not put one here. Just 'cause, yeah, there's not space. I'll put one there though. No idea what their house is gonna look like. I need it to be pretty though. I'm anticipating putting it in the Glittering Dunes. Yeah, that is correct. Inzoi will be released soon. I think I was tracking with that too. Is that coming out in March? Inzoi and Tales from the Shire, are both of those March releases? Because that's what's in my brain. this path to connect here? That would be nice, wouldn't it? I probably will. Honestly, I'm gonna have to do some prayers and see to see if Inzoy is gonna run on this PC. Well, it should. The thing is, there's no reason why it shouldn't. All this stuff just got replaced, all these parts for the most part. Inzoy should be able to run on it. March 28th, okay. Yeah, I watched a little bit of the content that was released by people who had early access to a demo of Inzoy, but I did not watch a lot of it. From what I did see, I'm curious to see what the gameplay will be like. It gave me a little bit of like Sims 4 base game vibes. Like maybe there's not going to be that much to do like initially when the game drops, but I don't know for sure. I'm interested to see. Also, I think Paralives is meant to go into beta / early access, something like that this year. I don't remember the date or if they actually officially released the date, but I thought I saw something about that. Do I have a console? I don't have a PlayStation or... Well, I mean, I don't have a PS5 or an Xbox. I have a PS4, but that's not going to run it. I mean, it might, but... Well is a different question. You think that game is going to rely way too much on graphics and visuals and probably won't end up being actually fun to play? I mean, I think it could eventually. I feel like with life sims, sometimes though, it can take a few updates for me to get to the point where I enjoy playing. Because sometimes I feel like if it seems like there's not that much to do, I get bored really quickly in life sims. Even when there is a lot to do, sometimes I get bored really quickly. So I feel like maybe after a couple updates, Inzoy might be like my vibe. Sorry, I have the hiccups. Thanks for the sip reminder thing she makes. Paralives is scheduled for early access in 2025. That's what I thought. Paralives feels like it's been in development forever, and it has, but it's also, I think for a long time it was a one-person team. What's this? Now what in the heck is going on here? Oh, this just needs to move there, I think. Wait, no. This I cannot have. What? Oh, it's like that here too. Well, girl, I'm not doing that. There you go. Anyway, sorry. There was no way that that was gonna work. One person team, you can relate. Yeah, I don't think it is anymore, but I do know it's still a very small dev team for Paralives, like a handful of people or something. So I think that's part of the reason why it's taken so long to get to a point where they're going to be ready to release it in early access. You don't see yourself bothering with it, but you hope it turns out good, especially if Sims 5 isn't happening, which it seems it is not. Which is interesting. I'm not like a Sims content creator. I don't even play The Sims that much. So my opinion, take it with a grain of salt as somebody who just like occasionally plays The Sims. But I'm a little worried for The Sims 4 because I feel like we're kind of starting to get into the territory of overcomplicating some of the UI and some of the mechanics, kind of overriding other mechanics if you have a lot of the packs. You know what I mean? I don't know, like the base game romance and relationship system, like both romantic and platonic relationship system, and then you throw in like the growing together family dynamics, you throw in the love struck relationship dynamics, and then if you're in a romantic couple, you have all three of those going on at the same time, but they don't actually impact each other, so it's just like three separate things that you're juggling, and it's getting to be a little convoluted. I've never heard that before, KK. I don't think that's true. You're excited The Sims 1 was re-released. It was your cozy game while in college. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking about picking up The Sims 1 and 2, but at the same time, I've had The Sims 3 now for at least a year. I think maybe 2 years, because I bought it on sale 1 year. And I don't think I've ever actually downloaded it. So I have a fear that I might do the same thing if I get The Sims, like The Sims 1 or 2. I might get them and not actually play them. Think it's strange they've chosen to add to an already broken spaghetti code. Yeah. Yeah. On the one hand, that's none of my business. On the other hand, the amount of money that I've put into The Sims 4 kind of makes it feel like it's my business a little bit. Have so many bugs because of things. Yeah. I would have liked to see a Sims 5, but at the same time, I do understand why they're not making one, or at least for now, because The Sims 4 is successful. People complain about it a lot. The Sims community loves to complain, and I love that for them. I love a good complaint every now and then, but at the end of the day, they complain and they still show up and show out for those pack releases. So The Sims 4 as a franchise, like as a game and a franchise, is doing great. It's not struggling. And if they were to release The Sims 5, they'd have to build a whole new player base, because yeah, people who play The Sims 4, some of them are going to pick up the sequel, right? Like the next game, but not everybody's going to. So then it's like you kind of have to start again and get to a point where you have as many players and as much investment as you did in The Sims 4. So as a business move, I get why they want to just keep The Sims 4 going forever, maybe. As a player, I kind of wish they would just do a new Sims game. Welcome back, Stacy.
Wonder where they harvest their items.
The Sims 1 and 2 bundle and save. Oh, nice. That's good. There's no competition to The Sims. That's true too, though. And I feel like there's been so much, well, I mean, hopefully that's actually changing now. There's been a lot of talk about Sims 4 competitors like Inzoi and Paralives, and there was one that was meant to come out in early access last year. Was it, what was that called? Life by You? But what happens, or has historically happened, is that the games end up either being pushed back releases, like I think Inzoi was pushed back a little bit, Or the development just takes a really long time, like Paralives, or the game ends up just getting canceled, like Life by You. They just decided we're actually not going to release this game. So then The Sims just keeps being the only / biggest life sim out there. Sims 2, you could create custom neighborhoods. Oh, that's cool. If they're still making money, they're going to continue it. Oh, for sure. And I don't blame them from like a business perspective, you know? Like, I understand they're a business. I understand that their main aim is to make money. I get it. I just sometimes wish we could just move on. Oh, did not mean to grab you. Now here's the thing. Could I just put a bench under here? Yeah. Am I a little bit tempted to put like a picnic something or something down here? Picnic blanket or blanket bundle or something down here? Kind of. Picnic table? I don't know about all that. Although that might be cute. Let's consider some options. Those people that hate on Sims 4 don't even have a good reason because it's not past Sims games you grew up with. It's not a good argument. I would not necessarily... Well, I mean, I don't see every person who complains about The Sims 4. I know some people will bring up other Sims games, but a lot of times when I see complaints that reference past Sims games, there is like a reason or like there is a constructive point that the person's trying to make. It's not just that it's not like other Sims games. At least the critiques of it that I see usually have valid points. We have other blankets. What are they? I don't remember. I'm thinking of the ones from Tangled and Beauty and the Beast, I think. I don't think I'm gonna want the one from Tangled. Oops. No! Take two. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna want these. I think this isn't quite the vibe I'm looking for here. The other one I was thinking of was... Actually, both of them are from Beauty and the Beast. Actually, am I gonna get mad? Because I'm thinking of something now that I haven't thought about in a little while. Oh, no. I'm thinking of this. But I don't think I want that either. I think I might do the picnic tables. The gazebo picnic table combo reminds you when I had the orchard in the plaza and the row of gazebos and picnic tables. Oh my goodness. That is such a deep cut. That was so long ago. That was so long ago. I remember that though. I almost forgot about that. I think that was like winter, like the end of the year 2022. When the game had first come out, because I got rid of the orchard pretty quickly, I think, but it was actually kind of right here. I had a row of like 2 or 3 gazebos and it had picnic tables under it. And I think right over in this area, I had my seasonal spot where I had a bunch of Christmas stuff set up for a long time. That was a really long time ago. How long has this been going on for? We started about 2.5 hours. Oh my goodness. We started 2.5 hours ago. Which is interesting because what have I accomplished? Not a lot. Lately, my builds have just been taking a long time. And you know what? It is what it is. I can't rush. I was gonna say perfection, but perfection is a stretch. I can't rush mediocrity. I can't rush it. It takes time. Is the Ratatouille fountain worth getting? I can pull it out for you to look at. I don't know that I've ever actually built with it. You mean the one from the premium shop? I'll pull it out in a minute. Don't let me forget.
I've got some new goods at the store.
When you see nobody wants this for a pack, but still buy it on day one. Yeah. That's what I mean when I say Simmers will complain loudly and still throw their money at The Sims, which I'm not necessarily judging. However, we do have to, if we're going to do that, at least acknowledge that to EA, that means that you don't care that much, you know? That means that they think they're doing something right. Not mediocrity. It's fine, it's fine. I'm mostly being dramatic. Sims 1 is entertaining to watch people play, but nerve-wracking to play. That's what I've heard. I've heard it's really difficult to keep your sim just alive and thriving in The Sims 1. Okay, fountain. Ratatouille fountain. Can I put it here? It's kind of large, isn't it? I might just be able to search fountain. It's the one with the bottles, right? This one? So it looks like this. It's got like water coming off of the 2 tiers at the top, which is nice. And the water in the fountain moves, which is also nice. And if you interact with it, the bottles will throw the water into the thing. It's a pretty nice sized fountain, honestly. If you compare it to, I think it's around the same size as the Aladdin one. This one, no, the Seaside Village one from the Ariel bundle. It's a little bigger than that one. It's a little smaller than the Jasmine one. I would like to see a little bit more variety in terms of the fountains that we have, especially in the color of them. I complained about this a little bit ago. A lot of them are the same kind of sandstony, beigey color, which is nice and versatile, but I would like some different colors, you know? Does anyone else feel me? I don't even know what colors I want. It's just this. I'm getting a little tired of the 50 shades of beige, you know? Okay, anyway, back to what I was doing now that I crafted those. Okay. You can go here. You want that there? I think that's how I have it lined up on the other one. Not 50 Shades of Beige, yes. Gavi, hello. How are you doing? Once upon a time in a past life, I did I did try reading 50 Shades of Grey. I don't think I finished it, although I don't remember. The only thing I really remember about it is that the character that was meant to be Jasper from Twilight, I'm pretty sure said "later's baby" a lot as a phrase. I don't know why I remember that, but I do. I also never watched the movies. Need one in a darker gray to go with the castle ruins? Yes, a darker gray would be nice. Do we think we're getting Aladdin on Wednesday? I do not think we're getting Aladdin on Wednesday. I do not. I think maybe the 19th, but I could be mistaken. Who knows? Would I be happy to get them Wednesday? Actually, no. Actually, I would not, because that feels too soon. I need a little bit of a heads up. I need a little bit of a heads up. Usually I'm go with the flow, but Come on, Game Loft. There we go. It's beautiful. Later's baby, was there okay from Fault in Our Stars? Oh no. What was it? Maybe okay will be our always. It was either always or forever. I don't remember. I think it was always though. Mr. Nat Wolf and his girl in the movie. I don't remember the actual character's name. I hate to say it. Isaac? Did I just think of that off the top? Let me know if the character's name was Isaac in The Fault in Our Stars. It literally doesn't matter, but I love when I remember things. I feel so successful. And I like it. Okay, let me dig this hole. My goodness, my goodness. It is that brain. Oh, thank you. My brain is really good at remembering information that is pretty much useless to me. That is pretty much useless to me. Which can be fun and also can be incredibly annoying. It's really always a toss-up which one it's gonna be. I do need to use some more of these trees, I think, because I used one on each side, and that's not enough to make sense in a build, I don't think. So maybe I'll put this over here. Perhaps. Maybe I'll put one over here as well. This can go here. But when you need to remember the thing, you can't. Yeah, I'm pretty good about remembering things, but when someone tells me that they can't remember a certain thing and they're asking me to remember it, I have a really hard time. I know that doesn't really make any sense, but for instance, the other night, I don't remember what the context of it was, but my partner was saying something. Oh, I think we were watching something and he was like, this guy looks like the guy from Westworld. I can't remember his name. And tell me why I had such a hard time remembering James Marsden's name. I know that man's name. I was going all up, down, left, right, and center trying to remember his name. I was like, he's from Westworld. My partner's like, yeah, I just said that. I was like, he's from he's from Hairspray. He's from Enchanted. He's like, okay, and it's like his name is James something. It starts with a letter. It took me so long to actually remember. I might have to change it to the middle of the day for a minute, just to make sure. We have so many trees. I like having the trees here, but it gets so dark in the plaza. Oh, it's not that bad, actually. Midday, it's not that bad. It's shaded, but it's not, like, dark. You need to reread The Fault in Our Stars. It's been ages. I don't think I'll ever reread that book. I had a good time while I was reading it. I was in my emo girl era. Which was great for me in some ways, but I don't think I could do it again. It's the same distance. Yes, actually, okay. That book hurt your heart. Kitty, don't read They Both Die at the End then. Don't do it. The thing is, I'm about to put myself through the pain of reading the prequel to that book. And then after that, in May, when the next book comes out, I'm about to put myself through the pain of reading the sequel. I mean, sequel is a little strong. They're all in the same universe, I think, but they're not the same characters, obviously, because as per the title, neither of the characters exist anymore at the end of the book, so... If you want to cry heavily, you'll reread it. Oh, I actually... No, I won't do that to myself. I was going to say Wicked might be my new crying movie, but I don't think it will. My crying movie is Everything, Everything. It has Amandla Stenberg and Nick Robinson in it. It's a YA novel, yes it is, and it's not even necessarily, well, I mean, I guess it's sad. I was gonna say it's not even that sad. It is, but it's not like the saddest thing I've ever seen, but for some reason, that movie will have me boo-hoo crying every time. So if I need a good sob, that's what I put on.
I wonder if anyone here has a gizmo or a thingamabob.
I almost feel like I need some fence, but actually the fence might be annoying to have from this side, so I might not. Maybe I'll put it on the sides here. Oh, look at Gaston and Oswald chilling together. What a combo. I mean, they are from the same DLC, so it makes sense. You feel bad for your past self when you would only turn, or oh, when we could only turn the items left, right, and up and down. Honestly, yeah. I do enjoy turning things in different directions. This build is feeling very 4 directions, but it's intentionally that way. You know what I mean? I know I have the ability to do it differently if I want to, but I simply don't want to right now. I don't think I cried at The Longest Ride. I do think I read the book The Longest Ride. I don't remember if I cried at that, honestly. I don't recall. I am usually more inclined to cry at books than movies, I think. I can't wait until we can turn the, like, pull the fences on different angles. It's gonna be so good. This is a mess, isn't it? A little bit. I think I need to put this in the back. Thanks for hanging out, Lucy. I appreciate it. I hope work goes well. Hope Floats is your cry movie? I don't think I've ever heard of that before. I mentioned this before. I'll never stop talking about it because it distressed me so much. Actually, I don't know if I mentioned this. I might not have because I was too distressed. But my partner and I have a list of, or like a little scratch off thing of movies, like 50 movies to watch or something. Like apparently really good movies. And one of them was The Green Mile. And whenever we're deciding on one of the movies to watch, we always take like dice and we roll them to figure out which one we're going to watch on that list of movies. One of them was A Green Mile, and that one was picked. And let me just tell you, I'm never watching that movie. We put it on. I knew from the time I had no idea what this movie was about. I thought it was going to be a sports movie. I thought it was going to be a nice high school football championship movie. It's not. I got a glimpse of a couple screenshots on whatever streaming platform it was on that we were gonna watch it on. And I was like, wait a minute. I don't think I'm gonna like this. Cause this doesn't look like a football movie. This doesn't look like Friday Night Lights. And then we started the movie and I was like, no. I'm trying to think of something to say that's not. I'm trying to think of how to say what I want to say without being a problem. And I can't quite get there. But long story short,
The sun here is cheerful.
I got like 10 minutes into this movie and I said, turn it off. Turn it off. I'm not going to be able to watch it. I was already crying. Nothing had happened. Turn it off. Never watching it. I don't care if it's the best movie ever made. It's not gracing these eyeballs. It's not happening. Listen, all I'm going to say is, I don't think, am I going to say that? There are some movies that I know whoever made that, a black person did not make that movie. And the person that made that movie did not make that movie for black people. Black people don't need that movie. I don't need that movie. I don't need that movie. So I will not watch it. I'll go mind my black business somewhere else. Thank you very much. Am I watching the Super Bowl tonight? I'm watching the halftime show. But I will not be watching the Super Bowl. I don't like football like that. There we go. Oh my goodness. This way. No, I think you need to be... Oh no. Okay, yeah, you go there. That's fine. You go there. I think those are turned the same way. An iconic soliloquy. Listen, sometimes I just have to take a minute. Sometimes I be saying things and I'm like, girl, I don't think you can say that online. So I need to just like rein it in and find a different way to express what I'm feeling. Hi, Deb. How are you?
I'm so happy Eric's here.
This is looking beautiful. And by beautiful, I mean passable. Let's do it. Favorite flower that spawns in Dreamlight Valley. Ooh, do I have one? Oh, I do. It's the ones from Mythopia, I think. If I had to pick. If I had to choose. The poppies. They're really pretty. I love them. She said what she said. Think she makes. I don't know if you mean this every single time, but every time I see that sequence of emojis from you, I immediately think, he's on the door, Peyton. Every single time. He's on the door under me. Is that right? Right enough, I think. That's exactly how you mean it. Good, good, good. Plaza looks awesome. Thank you. It's coming along. It's been a bit of a process today, but you know, that's okay. Sometimes good things take time. Me thinking it was a football movie will never not be hilarious. Listen, I don't know why I thought it was a football movie. It's because I didn't know a single thing about it. I was like, Green Mile, the football field. That checks out. Little did I know, it was not the football field. How do I feel about Emilia Perez and the actors from it getting awards over Wicked? I'm always gonna ride for Wicked. It's just who I am as a person. However, I have not seen Emilia Perez, so I can't really make any valid arguments for or against it. Yeah, that's mostly how I feel. I've seen some people, how do I explain this? I've seen some people who are not a fan of Emilia Perez for various reasons. I haven't looked into it enough or like actually watched any of the think pieces that people have made about it, but yeah, I don't really know anything about it. I've just seen whispers and thumbnails of potentially feeling negatively about it. And the only other thing I've seen is a single clip of like 20 seconds of a song that I admittedly thought was a song. Well, there was music and there were words to the music, and plot was being progressed, I assume, via the music. That's all I got. That's all I got. Oh no. Only seen some interesting clips. Yeah. I probably will watch it at some point. I don't know. I've tried not to look too much into it because if I'm gonna watch something, I like to go in without people's thoughts about it kind of potentially altering my own personal judgment about it. And then after the fact, I go in and I'm like, okay, let me see what people say about it after I've kind of formed my own opinions. Because one thing about me, I'm a little bit impressionable sometimes. So if I let people tell me how they feel about something before I have a chance to feel a way about it, sometimes I will just feel the way that they felt. Not always, but sometimes. Yeah, that would be the one, Teddy. I assume. Zoe Saldana was there. That was cool. Speaking of Zoe Saldana, I can't wait for the third Avatar movie this year. I hate to say it. The second one sobbed. I will be seated for the third one. I will be seated in IMAX. Thank you very much. I will. Variety Princess, hello. So cool to see someone streaming customizing their valley. Oh my goodness. You haven't started customizing yours. I feel like I would say go for it. I was so nervous to start decorating my valley at all the first time, and now I'm on like my fourth, I think, third or fourth full time decorating it, I think.
This valley is
I have so much fun. There's a lot of trial and error, but usually in the end we come up with something that's pretty nice. So I would recommend just starting if you've been apprehensive about it, but been wanting to. Oh, I thought those were Z's coming out of Mickey's head. I thought he was sleeping against the pillar. You're super excited for Avatar? Yeah, I'm excited. The thing is, I had seen the first one. Listen, I had seen the first one in theaters. It's okay. I'm kind of auntie. It's fine. But then I hadn't seen it again until I watched it last year to refresh myself in order to watch the second one. So I wasn't like an Avatar fangirl, but rewatching them, I'm really enjoying the story so far. You good, Sally? Have I ever torn up a biome or torn down a biome and regretted it after? I would say regret is a little bit too strong of an emotion. I felt kind of sad about it afterwards. Like, I think this time more than any previous times. Like, my last Plaza build and Glade build were some of my favorite things that I've ever built, I think. So taking those down was kind of difficult for me, and now rebuilding the plaza, I'm kind of like, wow, remember when I had that really cool like town core plaza? I'm kind of sad that I don't have that anymore, but I don't feel like regret about it necessarily. And it's a little bit different for me, I think, because I make sure, I mean, I do pretty much all of my building on stream, so usually I will have actual real-time, actually let me save while I'm thinking about it. I'll have real-time footage of me building it, but even if I don't, I always film a walkthrough of my biomes, usually for my full valley tours. So I know if I really end up hating what I build, I can just follow myself and rebuild my old thing. But yeah, I haven't had too much regret, but it is sad to see things go sometimes. Ariel dressed for the occasional fancy. I know, I forgot I had changed Ariel into her pink dress, but she looks good. She looks good. What do I need to... I still do need to do a bit of stuff over here, but I might just leave some of that for later. Do I want to pick up behind here? Perhaps. I feel like I usually put benches looking out over this ledge because I think looking down into the meadow is really pretty. But it might not be pretty once I actually build my meadow this time, because it's gonna have all of those tall buildings. But I might try to do it anyway. Let me see. Hi, Abigail. How are you? Oh, thank you, Teddy. I think it's coming along okay. I'm still a little bit side-eyeing it, but I'm hoping I can pull it all together. You need her hair? Ariel's hair? Yeah. We need more hairstyle. Let me say something. I don't think I did this, but I was really close to doing it. Every now and then, I don't know how much this comes across on stream. I can be a fairly petty person sometimes. And the most petty thing that I've wanted to do recently was, listen. I'm so sorry. What was Gameloft doing the other day when they tweeted, in honor of Black History Month, we're hanging out with Tiana in the valley, take a picture with Tiana? What was that? What was that? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I was like, I feel like this isn't a flex or a serve saying take a picture with the only Black character in the valley. And I was like, I was so close to tweeting like, this is so nice, but can you give us more like textured and curly and coily and kinky hairs, please? But I don't think I did. Why was I bringing this up? Oh, it was because we were talking about hairs. We need more hairs with like texture. You know what I mean? We need more like Black hairs, frankly. And I had been holding out hope that we would see some when we got Tiana added to the game. Missed opportunity that they didn't, but they need to give us some at some point. We have a few, but I don't think we've had any added since the base game early access dropped, right? So that's one of my big DDV desires. Please give us more hairs for the Black girlies. You're petty, Teddy, and unashamed. I enjoy being petty, but I also feel like I try to let it come out at the appropriate time and place. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I have to rein myself in. I'm like, you're allowed to be petty, but is right now the time and place? You know what I mean? Yeah. There were like a lot of things. And like, don't get it twisted. I love Black History Month. I do. But sometimes the way certain organizations acknowledge it, I'm like, we didn't need to do this. Like, telling me to take a picture with Tiana, it was unnecessary. Hair that doesn't look like Play-Doh, that too. Like, we have some cute ones, but some of them, I feel like there's a specific, like a particularly offensive one that they could have done so much better. I think it's like this one. What is this? Oh. Why is my scalp on blast? What did my scalp do to deserve this? Hi, Ricky. How are you? Martina, hello. You hope we'll get Jasmine's hair? Oh my goodness, Jasmine's hair would be so pretty. I would like more hairs overall, but I definitely would like more like braids or like curly textured hairs or something. That hair is a crime against humanity, right? Like, I will say thank you for attempting to give us some cornrows, but like
Love watching
the attempt there, the execution, sadly not there. That feels like something we could fix, you know? We could do a little refresh. Change it up. You wouldn't even have to say something about it. Just like pretend it never happened. The scalp is exposed, right? Exactly, that's what I was thinking of, like in The Sims 4, when they'll take hairstyles and they'll update them. It's like they just make the same hairstyle look better, you know, now that they have some new skills under their belt, now that they're... Oh my. I might actually change these side pieces to the corners. Let me think. Scalp is giving and not in a good way. Yeah. It did not look like the scalp was having a good day. Oh, but if I do that, I have to deal with that blunt edge. I hate both of them. Actually, I'm just gonna do this. Let me save and take a sip of my coffee and calm down from those braids. You don't think it's good enough that they tried and got it wrong? No, you know, like... It's definitely a bit of a... I don't know. I find in situations where I can give grace or gratitude, I try to give grace and gratitude. You know what I mean? Not to say that it should be a luxury to have black hairstyles in games. Like, it shouldn't. People should be able to express themselves in games. You know what I mean? But sadly, it can be pretty rare to see black hairstyles in game at all. So I do try to acknowledge, like, thank you for trying to give us options, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, like, there's not necessarily, I don't know. I try to lean on the side of grace if I can. Sometimes it's easier than others, but yeah. I don't know. I also like, I don't develop games, and I'm not trying to give this as an, listen, I am the last person to give somebody an excuse about something like this necessarily, but graphics wise, I can understand how curly and kinky textured hair would be like more difficult on a technical level to make graphics wise. But yeah, I do feel like we're past time for having some more introduced in Dreamlight Valley, so I hope we see some soon. I do hope this. Thanks for hanging out, Ellington. I appreciate it. I think there's a point to be made when it comes to life sim games where the character is supposed to be yourself. Oh, for sure, for sure, for sure. And I think Dreamlight Valley did start out with like a good number of options for how many hairstyles we had when we first started the game. Like we had they look like they're either twists or dreads. We have a couple styles like that. We have like a little twist out action. We have a little cornrow action. Like we have some Bantu knots that the parting is also a little bit atrocious, but we have some options, right? But I feel like it's not enough to just like start with some options and then never again grace us with anything. So hopefully we see some more at some point. Now that cloud hair, actually, Martina, I know you're making a point about the fact that they were able to give us that. That is true. That cloud hair is actually real fire. It's so good. I think I need... I might have to use one of the circle planters, but I don't really want to. If I could find a cute flower pot to put over here, that would be nice. How do I feel about Merida's hair? I like Merida's hair overall. I feel like my biggest complaint about Merida's hair in this game, or like the one that they have for the characters, is let me take this off of my head. Is it's very like it's giving Hey Arnold up at the top, right? It's like a very square hairstyle. But the rest of it, I think it's very cute. Flower pot. You have pretty curly hair, but you feel like the curly hairstyles on DGV look wavy and not actually curly. Yeah, and again, like I do get like, I feel like The Sims recently has been doing really well with more curly textured hairs when they add them to the game. They've been looking really good, but early on in The Sims 4, they looked a mess. So I do think to some degree there is a challenge with just the graphics of curly hair, which might be why some of them lean more wavy in games than curly, but I hope they can figure it out. What colors do I have going on here? I mean, not really a lot of things overall, honestly. So I could probably use just whichever flower pot I want. Maybe this one. A bit flat at the top looks great with hats. Oh yeah, it looks really good with hats. The braided pigtails are also heinous. Wait, which braided pigtails are we talking about? In this game? Is that a thing that exists? I might have to look. Hi, Krista. Hello. feel like I'm losing the plot a little bit here decorating. Not mentally, but that's always a risk. Braided pigtails. I feel like I need to see this. Oh, wait. Hats. A lot of the hairs I feel like are really cute, but there's usually like one thing that makes it weird for me. Like this one, it's the hairline that's a little odd. I don't know what it is about it exactly. I get what they were going for. The back, super cute. You got the crossover, chef's kiss, the little poofs. I love it. But this hairline is a little odd. Braided pigtails. Bantu knots? Just the parts. What are we doing? You know what I mean? They tried the baby hair. The baby hairs are cute, but like, why can I fit 2 fingers in my parts? That is my question. This one is cute. I do like this one. I wear these ones a lot. I think these are really cute. This one is pretty cute. I used to rock this one a lot. Oh, wait, do you mean this one, Kitty? The textured pigtail buns. This one? Oh, these ones. Is the space they left for the sunblock? Stop immediately. Oh my goodness. I mean, I guess gotta have that SPF protection on your head as well. This one's also cute. So we do have like some that are cute. I just would like to see some more. This one, I'm not entirely sure what they were doing with this one. Baby hair comment was about the pigtail buns. Oh, yes. Yeah, we could do some baby hairs. Or like we could do like a part. Like this feels like it's meant to be like a flat twist moment. Which is cute. But give me a part. The Pippi Longstocking look, the braided pigtails ones. Yeah. Listen. Not too much on the braided pigtails. Not too much on the braided pigtails. The volume is voluming, but I think she's got potential. It looks like a little, almost like a fishtail action going on. The little bloop up at the end, that's, listen. Why they stick out like that? Because of those tapered ends, girl. Because of the tapered ends. The little face framing pieces here are real cute. I don't dislike this one that much. Find the braided pigtails cute with a cowboy hat for a cowgirl or country themed dream snap. That could work. The glider is too powerful for the hair. Listen, this one's kind of cute. It kind of feels like the cousin of this hairstyle. This hairstyle though, this one lock in the back that is turned up, please turn it down. Why is it like that? I actually think these little parts on the side are really cute and whimsical. I like these little curls, but this one piece in the back, in the middle. In your life, your pigtails have never frozen in midair. Listen. Why is it so shiny? It is shiny, but I don't know. It does need to be a little less shiny. I'll give you that, girl. But I feel like this is meant to be like a fairy hair. It's cute. I like it. Undo all. Love how this has turned into a hairdresser stream. Listen, the journeys that we go on in these streams, I forgot. I forgot they made this hair. This has the same problem as this hair. What is the hairline doing? I mean, I know they're snakes, but give me something. Not they went that way type of hair when you just turn your head. Woo. The back of this one is cute, I think. The little snakes into the little, yeah. The hair that came with the Ariel bundle. I have such mixed feelings about that one. This one, I should take off the ears. I feel like this hairstyle is giving Cheese Nips Downton Abbey to me. The hair physics on it is very interesting. The top part is cute. It's just, why did we roll the bob under and pin it? You know what I mean? That's my main concern about this hair. Like, if we had the bob bobbing on its own, I feel like I would like it more, but it feels like we took the bob, we turned the bob under the bob, and we pinned it in place. Which is kind of a shame, because I do really like this hair. It's just the bottom part does it for me. Kind of Bridgerton vibes. Actually, I've been thinking about watching season 3 of Bridgerton finally. But it's so difficult when I'm trying to read books. Also, this hair. I feel like this hair is very interesting. I don't know what my opinion is 100%. It feels like it's trying to give Amelie, you know? I did wear this hair though, don't get it twisted. I did wear this hair in black to be Edna for an Incredibles themed Dream Snap. And it slapped. It really did. Do I think that they'll add Melody in game, Ariel's daughter? I do not. Yeah, Kitty, obviously we have the same brain. Now I just have to, I do feel like the short hairs, like the really short ones. Wait, why do these look good on my character? Anyway. What was I gonna say about the short hairs? I feel like we need more of them, like the really short ones. I don't really rock them, but I feel like the versatility is not versatiling. Oh, this one is so cute. I need to wear this one more because this is actually about how my hair is right now. Remember I told y'all I buzzed my head? I buzzed my head a couple months ago, a month ago, something like that. She's looking short. I don't have a cute fade though. I should probably get a fade. The fact that we don't have the Vanessa hair is a shame, honestly. One of the short ones was giving Mary Margaret. Wait, what? Not Mary Margaret. Wait, was it oh, I have to find it. I don't know, but I feel you. I do feel you. Now I want to watch Once Upon a Time. It's giving healthy hair is growing. It is. Let me just say, I don't know what texture my hair is. I feel it's like different textures on different parts of my head. I feel like I'm like a 4A, 4B kind of thing. Buzzing my hair was the best move that I've made for my mental health in a long time. The lack of wash day anxiety that I have is just chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Get a fade? Yeah, the hairstyle that Travis Kelce invented. The fade, you know. Maybe you can go over here. Cynthia's impact, honestly, when my mom saw that I buzzed my hair, she's like, you look like Cynthia Erivo, except you're not bald. I was like, okay. I was like, A, I don't have Cynthia's bone structure. B, I don't have Cynthia's complexion, unfortunately, because the melanin is melanining, and I wish that were me. C, girl, how are you gonna say I look like Cynthia except not bald when that was the only comparison you were making? My hair. Who's Travis Kelce? It's a joke. Also, thank you for the sip reminder. He's a football player, but he would get a fade on his hair a lot. Potentially because he was familiar with them, potentially because he had dated women of color before. But I think there was one point where an interviewer actually asked him what it was like to create a hairstyle. Like to have created the hairstyle trend of the fade, and everybody black just was like, what? What? The fade? You could never pull off a bald look or a buzz cut, but you love seeing girls rock it. Yeah, I feel like it's very nice, and I feel like I look fine with it. The only thing is, I feel like it doesn't necessarily suit my personal vibe. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like different hairstyles give off different vibes, and different people give off different vibes, and I don't know that the buzz cut necessarily fits my vibe, but I think it suits my face shape pretty well, so I'm not mad at it. Girl, I've been rambling.
Hey, you know what? You're my favorite deputy.
The way you were getting fades for years before the Travis Kelce hairstyle came along. It's so funny the way that things happen, you know what I mean? Funny and sometimes distressing, but like when certain celebrities do something and then it becomes like their thing, and then whoever had been rocking with the thing from the jump, they're like, wait a minute. What do you mean the Kardashians invented cornrows? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay. I think, oh my goodness, how is it 5:30? Y'all let me ramble too much and we didn't even finish the Plaza. We're gonna wrap up. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for talking about books and hairstyles and speculating about the date of the update because we have no actual information about it. Am I planning to keep my hair short? Not necessarily, but my hair doesn't grow very quickly, so it's probably gonna be short for a while, but I don't mind. Let me see if anybody else is playing. If so, we can go hang out with them. Let's see. Oh, I can put some music on so you're not just hearing my thinking sounds. There we go. You know what? I don't see anybody playing Dreamlight Valley right now, but Jade Mist is playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I don't know a single thing about that, but let's go see her. If y'all have been playing that game, I'm sure you'll have a great time with Jade Mist because Jade is fabulous. I'll be back tomorrow with Infinity Nikki, and we'll be back with Dreamlight Valley on Wednesday, if not beforehand. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day or night. Happy Super Bowl if you are partaking, and take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye, everybody.